Hi guys, welcome back to Alamat Short Stories, where we narrate short stories submitted or researched by our team to share with you all. Our tale for this week is a mix of experiences in one specific old house in the Philippines. This tale is called I'd Like to Share My Many Experiences That Happened in Our Old House by Paul Apple. A little bit of a background story. The house we moved into was built in 1981, and we bought it from a man in his 30s, living by himself. I also have been sensitive to the paranormal and was actually offered by a witch doctor in the Philippines if I wanted to open up my third eye, and said no to that really fast. So many things would happen at the house that I became desensitized. These are the ones that stood out to me the most. Here goes. My first paranormal experience was when I was making dinner at the counter of my kitchen and heard what sounded like a young child running across the floor. I turned around and no one was there. I am the youngest of 3 children, so there shouldn't be anyone younger than me in the house. I'd often hear the dining table chairs move at night when no one else was home. So what I would do is that I would just lock myself in the bedroom and turn up the TV volume. I'd also hear doors open and shut for no reason at all, and mostly when I was alone. And I'd say, most of the time, I'd feel someone was watching me. One time I came home from work very tired and went straight to my bedroom in the basement. At the time, my brother had a girlfriend with 3 kids. I was trying to sleep and heard the kids jumping on the bed. It pissed me off. I ran upstairs about to give them hell and opened the door, but no one was there. I was actually home alone. I've had a dream that I watched myself sleeping from above my body and looked over across the room and saw a blanket with shapes under it and heard it giggle. I walked over and uncovered it, only to find 2 kids. Then they pulled my arm and I started falling. Like one of those falling from a cliff dreams. I woke myself up before hitting the ground. Another time, I was passing a bedroom that my brother's girlfriend's kid, who was 2 at a time, face me and say, "Shh, she'll hear you." This incident gave me the creeps. We had a long, dark hallway in the basement where my bedroom was, and I always felt like someone was there, waiting at the end. One time I had a friend come over that was sensitive to ghosts, and I've never told him anything about the house. And he said, "There's something in your basement." At the end of the hallway was my bedroom. This is the moment I realized that I needed to get out of the house. I had frequent sleep paralysis and there was a dark shadow beside my bed that reached down and started to choke me. I felt every single finger on my throat as I tried to move and scream, but nothing came out. Tears rolled down my face and I remembered my mom telling me to kick whenever I had sleep paralysis, which I did, and that action woke me up. I touched my face and I gasped for air and my face was wet from all my tears. I didn't sleep the rest of the night and I decided I needed to move out. And 2 months later, I did just that. When I moved out, my brother started renovating the basement, specifically the bathroom beside my old room where I had my terrifying experience. One time, he called me on my phone. He sounded nervous and said that he found children's clothing stuffed in the wall and they were stained with something dark. He asked me to come over, and when I got there, the house felt uneasy, that something was disturbed. I took a closer look at the clothing, and they were for someone young, like the kids I dreamt about. We called the police and they came and picked up the clothes in the bag, and they didn't say much. My brother sealed up the wall again and moved out a couple of months later. Since then, I've always felt that the man that choked me had something to do with maybe the children that possibly died or have had something happen to them in that house. What do you guys think of this week's story? Do you have your own personal old house story experiences? If you do, share them down below in the comment section. If you have stories you would want me to narrate, send them over at mralamatph@gmail.com. Salamat guys, and see you in the next one.